Namaste and welcome to Hindu Infopedia. Today we delve into a crucial chapter of our history that has been intentionally obscured: the systematic plunder of India's treasures and heritage. This was not just theft, it was a cultural assault that stripped Bharat of her identity, all under the guise of civilization. The British Empire drained India through trade, taxation, and by seizing the very symbols of our civilization. The Amaravati marbles, Tipu Sultan's tiger, and the world-renowned Kohinoor diamond now sit in London as trophies of conquest. Oxford's Bodleian Library and the British Museum house thousands of Sanskrit manuscripts and regional texts taken from our temples and universities. These are presented as world heritage, but in reality, they are monuments to imperial arrogance. In 1799, after the fall of Srirangapatna, British troops looted Tipu Sultan's kingdom, taking his sword, jewels, and royal treasury. Much of this wealth remains locked away in British museums and private estates. Half a century later, in 1849, the 10-year-old Maharaja Duleep Singh was coerced into surrendering the Kohinoor under the Treaty of Lahore. This was no gift. It was a forced concession disguised as a treaty of defeat. The jewel was later recut in London, its Indian form destroyed, reflecting how the empire reshaped India itself. The plunder extended beyond palaces. Temples and monasteries were desecrated, and sacred idols were taken and displayed as exotic art. The Amaravati Stupa, Hoysala statues, and countless Hindu and Buddhist relics were shipped to Britain. Ancient manuscripts on philosophy, astronomy, mathematics, and medicine were carried off to Western libraries. This was not just a loss of knowledge. It was a severing of continuity, disconnecting generations from the wisdom that once made our land a beacon of learning. Even today, Britain refuses to return these stolen treasures. The British Museum Act of 1963 makes it illegal to remove items from museum collections, ensuring colonial loot remains in British hands. When India requests the return of these items, officials cite World Heritage or better preservation. Yet the same institutions have repatriated the Benin bronzes to Nigeria and Asante gold to Ghana. Clearly, the barrier is not legal but moral will. Keeping stolen property and calling it heritage is an ongoing injustice. This was not merely economic plunder. It was cultural genocide. The British dismantled our education system, codified caste to divide society, and dismissed Ayurveda and Sanskrit as primitive. They rewrote history to glorify their conquest, making India doubt its own intellect. This was a colonization of the mind, a legacy that still lingers in subtle forms of self-denial and borrowed pride. But the story of destruction does not end with stolen treasures. The same exploitative policies led to artificial famines, where fertile lands produced cotton and indigo for Britain, while millions of Indians starved. This tragic legacy will be explored in the next chapter of this series. Thank you for watching this presentation from Hindu Infopedia. Please like, subscribe, and read the full blog at hinduinfopedia.com, where we don't rewrite history, we restore truth.